Brethren and sisters, heed my words, for this instance marks a pivotal juncture in our lives. Dismiss all prior knowledge of economic hardships, for today heralds the epoch when the fetters of deprivation are shattered. A fresh horizon is upon us, and with it, the potent radiance of celestial grace is set to cast light upon your existence. Our presence here is not a matter of coincidence. Indeed, we are not simply indulging in fantasies. We gather here because we are steadfast in our belief in a deity capable of wonders. A deity who not only listens attentively but also responds with action. And he is present at this very moment, extending his formidable arm, not merely to make contact but to utterly transform your economic state. Sense the vigor that surrounds us. Perceive the divine presence among us. Experience the impending transformation. For when the Almighty acts, brethren and sisters, there exists no power, earthly or celestial, that can restrain the blessings He has destined for us. Ready yourselves. Unveil your hearts. Elevate your expectations, for your fiscal woes conclude this very day. The Almighty is present, and His involvement is assured. The burdens of debt that have oppressed you are on the verge of being obliterated. And this is not a mere mortal's pledge. It represents a divine assurance. Therefore, stand tall wherever you find yourself and embrace this truth with your entire essence. Triumph over your financial challenges is not merely feasible, it is forthcoming, because the Almighty is taking action at this moment. Type now in the comments below to affirm. I receive a financial blessing from God. But first, could you support our channel to hit the first 1,000 subscribers? Now click subscribe and turn on notifications, please, to receive more powerful messages from God. Certainly, here's the rewritten text with synonyms, maintaining the meaning and increasing the character count as requested. I am aware. Indeed, I am thoroughly aware. In the stillness of the night, when the residence finally settles into quietude, it's there that you sense it. The constriction in your chest, the mind swirling in a tempest of invoices colored in red figures that never seem to vanish. You ponder, when will this ordeal conclude? You observe the smiles of your offspring, and your heart experiences pain, does it not? You yearn to bestow upon them the entirety of the world, yet occasionally you struggle just to provide them with an evening meal. And deep within, a voice murmurs, "Have I been unsuccessful?" Yet heed this closely, my brethren, for it is within the heart of this uncertainty, this seemingly interminable battle, that the presence of the divine intensifies. No, you are not forsaken. Every tear you have shed, He has observed, every night of wakefulness, He has been at your side. And today He is present to erase those tears, to bring not merely solace, but a genuine, palpable transformation. Because your tribulations are not concealed from the gaze of the Father. He is acquainted with each one. And more crucially, He possesses the capacity to transform your anguish into delight, your liabilities into testimonies of triumph. Type now to affirm. 1212. So as you absorb these words, permit them to penetrate the depths of your soul. Sense the hope rekindling, for the God of the impossibilities is shifting mountains on your behalf, and even if the world proclaims there's no escape, I am here to assert that there is a route, a pathway of luminosity and hope designed by the Creator Himself. for you. And now, brethren and sisters, open your eyes of faith. For the Lord is descending like a deluge of grace upon your financial existence. In the quietude, where you assume nothing is transpiring, the divine is orchestrating a symphony of miracles. This version expands the original text, enhancing the depth and expressiveness while preserving the original message. At first glance, it might appear as though you are encircled by towering, unscalable walls of debt. It might seem that each stride forward plunges you deeper into the fiscal chasm. Yet, my dear brothers, God is poised to topple these barriers as the walls of Jericho once fell. The insight I share today is that your struggle is not with digits, nor with your lenders, nor with the figures in your account. Your genuine struggle is a matter of faith. And in this confrontation, God has preordained your triumph. Type to affirm. I believe. He orchestrates the movements on the chessboard of your existence in unexpected manners, which will become apparent to you as you reflect and proclaim, here is where God made his mark. God is prepared to unleash the heavenly reservoirs, drenching you with a deluge of financial blessings that will eradicate all shortages, all trepidation, all unease. Believe, brothers, for the reach of divine intervention is limitless. Thus, disregard the tempests that encircle you. Gaze upon the Creator of the cosmos, who is constructing a pathway over your adversities, guiding you towards a haven of safety, wealth, and tranquility. And this pathway, brothers, is constructed with the bricks of faith and the mortar of hope. And it is with this heart brimming with faith that you must hold fast to God who transcends human economic systems, market volatilities, or the shortcomings of fiscal entities. He reigns as the sovereign of gold and silver, and his treasures are boundless. When escape seems futile, when the world appears to be converging upon you, recall that a superior force is at work for your benefit. A power that carves paths in the barren land and channels streams through the wilds. The force that nourished thousands with merely 5 loaves and 2 fishes is the same force poised to amplify your prospects and assets. God is actively advocating for you at this very instant, clearing unseen hurdles, aligning chances, touching spirits, enabling acts of kindness and opportunities for employment to emerge before you. A divine tapestry of connections is being crafted in your favor. Type to affirm. 333. And soon, you will observe how minor everyday wonders accumulate to unveil a significant miracle in your financial journey. Now is the moment to rejuvenate your faith, to trust that even when you cannot perceive God's hand, it is present. With relentless dedication, God is conditioning the terrain, tenderizing the earth so that the seeds of your faith may germinate and mature into thriving trees of stability and prosperity. It is not the moment to view debts as definitive condemnations, but as mountains that will relocate at the resonance of your faith. The voice that calms the tumultuous sea is the same voice that now decrees prosperity in your financial affairs. Therefore, my brothers, remain steadfast in the promise. Set your sights not on your financial statements, but on the assurance of a God who is committed to actualizing every word that he pronounces. A transformation is approaching. Your faith is the fuse that ignites the flame of hope, and this light of hope heralds the dawn of a new era in your financial life. Anticipate the best, for it is still to come. Type to affirm. 1111. I assert with the certainty derived from steadfast belief that I am enveloped in the guardianship and sustenance of the Omnipotent. I hold with my entire essence that my financial condition is undergoing transformation through heavenly intervention. I am not characterized by my present predicaments but by the opulence of the divine covenant bestowed upon my existence. I maintain that I transcend being merely a figure within a financial institution. I am a cherished entity destined for affluence and expansion. That each monetary challenge I confront is a chance for the divine glory and might to manifest in my existence. That the divine provision is inexhaustible. It is as plentiful as His mercy, addressing all my necessities flawlessly and punctually. That I am planting seeds of belief and will harvest a bounty of financial blessings. Forgive and it shall be given unto you. An ample measure, compacted, agitated together, and overflowing, shall be dispensed into your embrace. I proclaim that I am emancipated from all fiscal distress, for I shall not conform to the norms of this world but shall be transformed by the renewal of my intellect, trusting that the Lord will supply that with each step I advance toward fiscal solidity. The Lord is with me, steering me with prudence and insight to make wise choices. Type to affirm. The Lord is with me. That the Lord is positioning me on trajectories of opportunities and success, orchestrating circumstances for my progression and blessing the endeavors of my hands. That the Lord's allegiance is my financial shield and assurance. Where I plant, I shall harvest, for He blesses the yield of my toil. I gain wisdom to administer my assets prudently and vision for what lies ahead, strength to withstand the temptation of despondency and the pressure of situations while remaining steadfast in faith and confidence, peace that transcends all understanding, safeguarding my heart and intellect in Christ Jesus. Even as financial tempests surge around me in the highest name, which surpasses all names, I commit every facet of my financial life. I renounce fear and adopt faith, aware that what God pledges, He is committed to accomplish. My expectation is not futile, for it is grounded in the bedrock of everlasting truth. Therefore, with thankfulness and anticipation, I advance towards the financial destiny that God has crafted for me, imbued with faith, bravery, and the jubilation that arises from the realization that I am in the care of the One who can achieve immeasurably more than all we request or conceive according to the potency that operates within us. Type to affirm. Amen. Once upon a time, there was a lady named Emma who resided in a quaint village encircled by peaks. Life had always been challenging for Emma. A young widow, she found herself isolated with 3 offspring to nurture and a debt that appeared as a towering barrier. Emma held down 2 occupations to sustain her family, yet it seemed that the harder she labored, the more the debt swelled. Nights were extensively spent among invoices and silent supplications, beseeching a miracle. One afternoon, Emma found herself at her secondary employment in a diner when a severe tempest descended upon the village. The gales screamed like untamed beasts, and the downpour was so intense that it appeared as though the heavens were crumbling. All the patrons had departed, save for a middle-aged gentleman who stayed put, observing the tempest through the pane. Noticing that the gentleman had concluded his meal a while back, Emma walked over to check if he required anything additional. The gentleman fixed her with a profound stare and inquired about her personal journey. Emma, slightly taken aback by such a personal query, chose to bare her soul to this unfamiliar individual. As Emma recounted her tale, tears began to gather in her eyes, not from sorrow, but from a vigor that emerged through the act of divulging her hardships. The gentleman listened intently, nodding with empathy and comprehension. When the tempest eventually abated, the gentleman rose to depart and, to Emma's astonishment, handed her an envelope. He stated with a conviction that seemed unwavering, "The Lord ordained my presence here this evening for a purpose. This is for you." After he had gone, Emma opened the envelope to discover a sum that precisely equaled the entirety of her indebtedness. She collapsed to her knees, weeping, incredulous of the miracle that had unfolded. In the ensuing days, Emma settled every cent of her debt. She also learned that the gentleman was an entrepreneur who had been passing through the village when the storm had detained him. Touched by Emma's narrative and by a force he described as a call to assist, he chose to intervene. Emma's saga did not conclude with the settlement of her debt. Motivated by the stranger's generosity, she started assisting others within her community. Sharing her experiences and extending the same form of support and hope that had once been bestowed upon her. Emma evolved into a living testament of the power of divulging our challenges and the endless sequence of benevolence that can be ignited by a solitary gesture. She educated everyone in her vicinity that even in the fiercest storms, there always lurks hope and that miracles may manifest through the most unforeseen individuals. You have encountered tales of transformation, of miracles occurring when least anticipated. Now envision what we could achieve if we united our efforts, if each one of us became an agent of change in another's existence. It's time to take action, to extend a hand and make an impact. Let's transform inspiration into action. Recall Emma's narrative and how a single deed can initiate a series of events that transform lives. Now reflect on your own story and the chapters yet to be penned. You are called upon to rise with resolve, to proceed with intent and to act with a heart brimming with hope. Awaken to the summons of change, to the opportunities that each new day brings. You are urged not to merely accept the world as it stands, but to contribute to a vision of what it might become. To discover within yourself the bravery to challenge injustice, the kindness to aid the destitute, and the insight to construct bridges where barriers have been established. You are encouraged to live each day not solely for yourself, but for the benefit of others, to be the beacon of guidance, the supporting hand, and the love that mends. And now, as we part ways, do not perceive this as a termination, but as a vibrant commencement. May the words you have heard today echo in your actions. May inspiration transform into action, may hope convert into reality. With every step you take from this space, recognize that you are entering a realm of potentialities. And as you proceed, be aware that you are not solitary. We are collectively a community of visionaries, combatants, and achievers. If you truly believe in God, type in the comments below, "I love God." Can you support us to hit our first 1,000 subscribers? Subscribe our channel and activate the notifications. If you truly believe in God, leave a like on this video. Thank you for your support. We appreciate your viewership. Now God has something to tell you. Choose one of the videos below and listen to the revelation that God has for you now.